Hi, this is Dr. Taheri, and we have another screencast on SolidWorks. In this screencast, we talk about the drawing sheets, orthographic views, and how we actually edit and set up our drawing sheets. Uh, if you recall, previously we made a simple geometry, something like this. It's a bracket with three holes, and then we have here the kind of slot, and then we got the keyway with set screws on both sides. So this is 3D modeling. We mentioned that in engineering is very important. We do have also orthographic views of this created model. So for doing this, first we go to File, and then we make drawing from part. This is what we do. Depends on what menu you have. I add this one just recently, and then I show you how to do that. But let's just go what SolidWorks brings. Open the drawings. Give you options of the size of the sheet. So let's just use A3, which is standard size. Press OK. And now what we get here, so here what we have, this is the description of the drawings, and then we get all the views here. So from now on, it's very simple how to place all these views. I would like to explain that when you create your geometry, your model on the parts section of SolidWorks, you have to pay attention at the beginning on what side it's your front, and in what plane you have top and you have side. From there, it will be continued and transferred to here. However, there is a way you change it, even though you didn't set up the way you want. So in this case, I did correctly. So here is my front, and then right, I just click there. It goes the top, and obviously here is the side view. This is the most natural way you can present this. You can have also here the isometric. I don't need it in this case because I want to use it for different space. So I made these three views. You have other available views, and if you miss these ones here, some of them after using or deleting, you want to get it back, so you go and click here, and it brings whatever is remaining here by this refresh. Let's click on the front view, and then of course here you can change your front view. So if this is the front, but if you want to go and you want to do, instead of front, left, this is how it looks like here. So the left become on front, and obviously in this case the front become on right, and this is gonna be the top. Or you can go the other way, you want to put the right, so obviously now it's opposite. You want to put the top instead of front, and you can see obviously this is doable, but the most natural state, if you do it correctly, is this one. Next thing is, of course, this is only the solid lines here, so you must have hidden line as well, and this is the option here. You click on this one here, and now you get all your lines. Obviously we have lots of fillet here. It's a rather complex shape. You can change the size of this as you wish, so you can go here to custom, and this is 1-on-1. You can make it smaller, or you can make it larger. So again, let's assume that the one that I show was enough. This is A3. Realistically, 1-on-1, it's the best size here. Quickly again explain that you can have shade and without any line. You can have line with shade. You can have only the solid line. You can have hidden line, and this one, it has all the lines in the back. So this one, which is talks about the hidden line visible, is what you need to do. Now let's just talk about a few other options that we need to do. This is not yet completed. Obviously you can see that you are missing the center lines here, as well as here you have to add center lines, and for that you go to annotation, and here we have lots of options. We talk about several of them, but not all. let's talk about the center lines. So center marks already made. We have all these three automatically made, but center lines are missing here. I click on center line and then I go and click this. See, already I click one side and it brings it here. In this one here, sometimes you have to click on both sides. Let's do the same thing here. This is okay. Again, you do center line here, you click on this and on this, it brings it. Now here it's kind of tricky because your center line is actually overshadowed by the actual the line you have here, but it's still by this. But the fact is that you do actually need to have a center line here, and for that reason, so instead you selected here this one and this one. You see, you already added here. Let me see that, and let's do it again. Let's go here, center line. You select this and this, and you see this corner came up. It means it's extended and it's different than this one. So this shows that this is center, and then so as this one and this, and you see the other side also extended. You know that the center line, it would be actually extended outside of your drawing. So this is one thing about center lines. The next thing that it's important to know is you adding dimension. Obviously, without dimension, it's not useful. So you go to dimension here, and I usually use the rapid dimension, which is most convenient one. So you click on this one here, and all you need to do, you select the dimensions that you want to deal with. One here. I'll just select maybe one here. This one. Now there are certain rules applied for selecting dimensions. You always refer it to the solid line, not the hidden line. So I won't go and I choose this one as a dimension, although this is, if I do that, this is the dimension, the diameter of the bottom counter bore, but I won't do that. And for dimension, if I want to do this, why not I go here and then I pick this. Let me go to dimension again. Let me just also, okay. So go to the dimension here, and I choose this, and now I add here the dimension, which is this, and I add the other dimension, which is let me see here, I have this one here, and then I add the second dimension I have, which is this one here. So I can maybe add it this side. So this is a better place to indicate these two diameters rather than you go here in a hidden line. There are several other dimensions you have to place here, like I would say this one is needed, so as maybe these radiuses are required as well. You can add them. And by the way, if you feel the dimensions are way too big or too small, obviously in this case is large, maybe, so you can simply go to option, and then from option you go to document, you go to the dimensions, and here, for example, and for those diameters, if they're too big, so you go here and you press font, and I think it's 18 in this case here, or maybe 13 in this case. If it's too big or small, you can change it. You click on the point, and then you maybe go and choose something. I would just use bigger, even though it has to be smaller. So make it bigger size, 18, and you can simply see that this will become even larger, which is unproportionate large. So if you want to increase this size here, so the radius, you go here again and go to dimension, and obviously we have radius here, and I think radius are still 13. If I make them let's say 18, then it will be noticeably larger, as you can see. Well, this is as far as this goes. Sometimes I go and delete this because they're like make the schematic a little bit too busy. Now sometimes when you have a drawing, in this drawing you have a corner or somewhere is lots of detail, like here. Well, I have so many things. I have hidden lines, and I have the kind of overlap of fillets. So you can go and you can choose. There's an option here. It's called a detail view. You click on this and you simply go at the way that you want it. It's find the location and then you magnify it, and you see that now it brought it here, right here. So this is a 2:1 scale. You can change this one, by the way. You can make it actually different here. You can make it actually 1:5. It's going to be huge. I think 2:1 is good. And then even if you want to do a little more, then you can go and you actually add it again, detail of maybe this. No, it shouldn't be here, sorry. Go to detail and then you select this one here and you get a detail of this here. And it mentioned here now, so this is the detail of this circle, and then from there you have something more detailed, and here what we have. And the reason I did that because I want to show you this kind of contour here. We will talk about it later in the class. Now what we have here, there are this is the set screws hole going, and it's actually meeting another contour, and that's why the intersection is not in a straight line but a curve. So that comes handy, and obviously in this case this is twice as this and this is twice as this, which makes 4 times bigger than the initial drawing. Okay. Sectioning is also very important for doing sectioning. So we're using this option here. I show both of them. Let's do a straight sectioning. In that case, you want to, for example, section this part. You go from here, section directly up to here, and look at that now. When you section that, this is what you get. So let me just place it here. So when I cut this piece from top, obviously this line did not intersect with the bottom one, only cut this, and obviously it didn't cut these 2 circles. So this is what you see from top. You can simply also delete sectioning, so I can go here and I can delete the sectioning here. So if I want to do another sectioning, in that section actually I pass through here. I go from here to here, and in this case, as you see here, my sectioning also cuts these 2 circles, and I can see that this one is when I cut it between these 2 points, and these 2 points are these 2 points. The width of this is this length, and this here this length. So this is sectioning. It's very handy. We'll significantly talk about it. This is important. But also there is another more advanced way of doing the sectioning. Is instead of doing it in a straight line, you do in a kind of curve. Sorry, in the broken lines, and you go. Let's, for example, from I go from here to here to here. And now what I did, now I go to this section right here. What I did one cut to the center, and then I do another cut, and as you can see from here to here, this section is this side that I cut, and I remove that, and the remaining, although this is a 90-degree, but when you open it, when you collapse it on top of each other, they become a straight surface. So again, it seems that I section at this and then I rotate this line 90-degree, and this is what I see as a section. So this comes handy. Usually reality is using a straight cut sectioning, but this could be also used. So I'm using from this side and this side. So I cut these things off, and then I look, of course, from this point to this point right here is where I see this side, right? And from this point to this point is the remaining of this here, right? So from here to here is exactly from here to here. You see there's lots of details here, so it's almost very difficult to do it by hand. Let me again finish this section. We don't need that. What else do we have here? So I would also delete this one just to be easier. Break is also very important. Sometimes you are plotting something like a pipe, and then you don't need to represent the entire pipe. This is too long and it occupies so much space. In that case, you use something called the break. So you select one and you go to the break, and of course the break could be vertical or horizontal. In this particular case, I do it horizontal. Assuming I want to cut part of this, and let's say this is long and nothing changed here, so I don't need to represent that. You go one cut here, one cut here, and now I can see that it's already been cut. You can change also the cut. You make it curve, or you can make it straight, or you make it small zigzags, up to you. And then of course you can change the distance as well, so you can make it less or more, how much this gap could be. You can also make, in this particular case, I can make a cut, even though I don't have, I shouldn't, because now here things changes here. This is there's nothing, no geometry changes within these two cuts, but here it does. But if I want to do that, I select here and I go to break. And in this case, I will do one here, which is cut it and remove that section. So if you want to remove these ones here, so obviously you go simply here, click and remove that. And if you want to remove this one as well, just click on this and delete it. It removes it. Few more things. You can also, there's another good feature here. You can broken out section part of this drawing. For that, first I go to sketch. Let's just go to polygon, and then I make it 3, and then I go here in the center and I make a polygon shape like this in yellow. So this has been created, and then I select it here and I go to again layout, and I use this, and the depth is correct. By doing that, you see what it does actually, it goes and take that triangle completely out, and this is what is remaining. I went to 10 millimeter obviously, so in that 10 millimeter I remove 10 millimeter of that triangle, almost like the machine it out, and this is the remaining. Now I can change this one here. I can edit that. I can make it 20 millimeter. Guess what's gonna happen in 20 millimeter? Well, nothing gonna left. Obviously, it's 20 millimeter. You won't get nothing because the entire material is cut. And or I can go maybe here, and I can maybe change that to 5 millimeter. And it's good to show a preview as well. And you can see that in the preview. You can see that here. So you see the cut. Your cut is half. This is 10. Half of that, and same as half of here. So it shows you in preview, and then when you cut this thing out, you can see that is removed. That also can be a handy feature. Let me delete that. We don't need this. I guess last but not least, there are a few other things here. Maybe I should show you a few more, but this one here is called you want to completely take everything except one section, call it crop view, and then for that again, what you have to do, you have to make a drawing first. So let me just go here maybe, and I make a drawing of sketching here, make a circle here, and I make a circle like this, and then okay, and now I go here to layout, and I crop that, and you can see everything except this, whatever is inside circle has been removed. Sometimes people asking, so how can I delete that? If I want to go here, if I delete this one here, the whole thing would be deleted. So you don't do that. So when you right click, you can view that, edit it, or remove the crop, and that's how I remove that here. So I'm just remove also this circle here. We don't need this. I do one more time here. Let's say I want to make it again at maybe in this make it a polygon actually, or a hexagon, and let's go here. This part I want to remain, the rest I want to take out. That's good. And then I go and I select this. I go to layout, crop, and let me just do it one more time why I didn't accept that. So you go to crop, select this. Yes, there we go. So you select it, and then it removes the entire whatever left out. And then if you want to remove the crop, right click and you go to crop and remove, and it brings it back. So just a very simple process, you can do that by selecting it. You can simply do the crop. Okay, let me just delete this one here. And in this case, I just do one by one. All selected. There we go. You can also, one simple way of doing it is you can also bring directly, if you are sure about your drawing is correct, your part made, you can bring it directly by here, by call standard view, and for that case you just go and browse, or you bring it. We can have another maybe object here. I want to bring this one here. You click and it brings right away the object here, this part here, and you see it places wherever you want. So in this case I don't want to have it here. You can place it here, my views here, and you can make it also smaller if you want. This is my front view, and I go and make it much smaller if I want. So you can add as many as you want. Also you can add a new sheet here. Add a new sheet in the bottom here, like here. You can add a new sheet. Let me finish this one here. Yes. Okay. Also, you can add also auxiliary views if is required. You can have a model view. Here you have much more things to do. You have to, if you want to have any welding, you can have weld symbols, or you want to add notes. How you want to dash the area, hatch or field. As you go along, you can make a table, various kind of table here. You can bill of materials, pole tables, and as you get along, you become more experienced. You can use this one here. But one thing I'd like to teach you now is how I actually modified itself this sheet. So this is been automatically made. Let me delete everything here. And I want to simply modify, and then why not, if for example you work for a company, maybe the company wants to have one particular types of set of information here. So I made this one week 3-1, like just because we're in third week. So in order to modify this, so you right click, you go edit format of the sheet, and then this opens here. So now you are not in drawing anymore, and this shows you are not in drawing. Then you can do whatever you want. And for example, all of these are the lines made. If I want to remove half of them, I just click here and remove them. I want to remove the rest of them, I can do as well. I go back here. So if you want to add something here or remove this part here, just remove it here. If you want to add another note here, you can click on that, and you can add a note like here, for example, and type whatever you want. You can change the size, change the font, and then you can also here go and change it. You can also bring actually pictures or images here. Imagine you have a company and you want to make your company's logo. For doing that, so what you go here, you go to insert, you go to picture. So you're in this sheet here, you go to insert, you go to picture. Let me go to some pictures I think I have somewhere. Go back here to my UBC, there we go. And I have a couple of images here. Let's want to bring this one, for example, UBC Okanagan, or UBCO actually, place of mine. You can change this one, make it as size as you want, and then maybe make it a little larger here. And from now on, this could be a part of the drawing. You can add your name here, like simply you can change these ones here, whatever you want. And then we can also sometimes, it's important for you to make a watermark, and that's important as well. I'll show you how to do that here. It's kind of tricky, but let's go. We are still in editing this sheet. We go to insert, you go to object. It brings you a list of software that you can use, and let's say in this particular case I go all the way down and I use Word 2007, and then it opens for you the Word actually. This is the Word menu somehow, and now this is the watermark that you have. You can have a picture or image as a watermark. I place it here, and let me close this, and then you go to page layout, and then you go to watermark, custom made watermark, and in here you depends on what you want to do. You can make a picture as a watermark, or you can put a text here. What kind of text you want? Make it confidential, or is it transparent, semi-transparent, auto size? I make it red, for example. Let's just do OK, and let me just open this one here. So this is what you see. If it's too big, then you go here, watermark, custom, and I maybe change it to 50 or 60, become much smaller. If you want to make it a little further, so you bring this one up like this here, and it goes up. This is just the Word document. You can play with the borders and size. So I can maybe place this one here, make it smaller here, like this, and place this one. Then I can play with this here. I can move it anywhere I want. And as you can see now, this is done. Whatever I plot, this would be on top of it. So that's the whole use of the watermark. If you think this is going to be something that you need, you can use that. Otherwise, you can simply delete the watermark. And as a matter of fact, I show you what I did here now. And then, of course, you can save this one here. I can go here, save as. I finish this one here and I go save as, and of course I don't want to save as a drawing. I save as a drawing template here, and you do that, you can put a name for it. You can have as many as you want, and then let me just save it as drawing template here. I make it as number 2, even though it's not perfectly the one I want here. And now save. Okay, that should be okay. And now I don't want to save the drawings. Yeah, cancel this, don't save. And next time, if I want to do a drawing here now, somehow I didn't save it. I don't know why I didn't do it, maybe because there was nothing inside. But I saved these two, so one of them is already made, and the other one I saved it just recently for this purpose. And when I open it here, this is what it brings. So this is exactly what we have here. We have the watermark, we have UBC, and let me just do one more time if this is working this time. So let me just go here and move this one here, right click, edit sheet, and maybe I change this one. I just want to show you So outside dash maybe A. Okay. And save as template. I make it as a 2, number 2. And now I close that. And when I want to make a drawing here now, I have, you see that's the thing. I should not press it to finish, but because it's a drawing. And in this case, I have number 2, so I can bring it here, and this would be it shows absolute 170 dash A, and I remove the watermarks as well. So I think this gives you some kind of some food for your thought, and then you can take it on from this and then go to more advanced features in the drawing sheet. Thank you very much.